Hi everyone, this is Meenakshi Ramesh from tapyourwaytohealing.com. Today is day 3, and in today's video I wanted to demonstrate this technique called the movie technique, which we use in EFT. This is a technique that is mostly used during workshops to demonstrate to groups, and sometimes in sessions also if the client does not want to talk about the event and without going into the details and triggering the client. This is a great way to work on the issue without going without going in depth into the details of the event or a memory, or it could be a traumatic experience even. So in order to demonstrate this technique right now, I want you to pause this video and think of an event or a memory or a bothersome experience that you had in the past. Something you think about over and over and you're not able to get it out of your mind. For the demonstration, for today's purpose, I want you to pick an event that is not very intense. Maybe you can pick an event between the intensity of 2 to 5, not very high, over 5, something very less intense. Or you can think of a movie scene, which you watched a movie, a scary movie, and you're not able to get your mind out of the get it out of your mind, get the scene out of your mind, and it keeps bothering you. You can even pick a movie, action movie that you watched, and make sure that the movie scene lasts only for 3 minutes. So the reason we do this is because when we experience something that's really that's bothering us still today, most of the time the stress or the intensity or the triggering moment is only for a few seconds. It could be something that you saw, or it could be something that someone told you, that someone yelled at you or shouted at you. I'm just giving some examples. Or it could be something that you experienced where you had like a visceral sensation. Your body still feels the trauma that you experienced. So the peak, the emotional peak or the emotional intensity lasts only for a few seconds. So that's why it's important that you just narrow it down and bring the movie to make sure that the movie is just only 3 minutes long, not more than that. Normally in workshops, what we do is we start tapping with the client using this movie technique, and we will always pause whenever the client gets triggered and go back and check the intensity and run the movie over and over again. So you're going to do the same for this exercise. And so I hope the instructions are clear. I hope all of you are ready with the movie in your mind, movie scene in your mind, which is at an intensity of 5 or below. Okay, so let's tune into the movie, bring the movie in your mind, run the movie in your mind, and let's start tapping. Even though I have this movie running in my mind, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still have this movie in my mind, and every time I think about this movie, I get so triggered and I'm unable to get this movie out of my mind and my body. Even though thinking about this movie creates a lot of stress and overwhelm, I choose to acknowledge all the stress, and I'm okay right now. this movie in my mind. If you want, you can give a title for the movie. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Just give a title for the movie and say, this movie in my mind. This movie scene. This movie. This movie is still playing in my mind. All the discomfort and stress around this movie. All the remaining discomfort and stress around this movie. This movie scene. This bothersome movie that keeps replaying in my mind. So stop tapping. That was just one round. Take a breath. And go back and check the movie. Try to watch the movie and notice if anything has shifted for you. Normally when we do this, we ask the client to tune into the sight, smell, taste, sound and touch, all the five sensory channels. Just kind of, tune into all these feelings, all these senses, and notice if anything is shifted for you. If nothing has shifted, that's okay. Let's go to another round of tapping. Even though I still have this movie in my mind and nothing has shifted for me, I choose to acknowledge this movie and I'm open to letting this go. Even though thinking about this movie scene brings up some emotions and I feel really emotionally hijacked when I think about this scene, I choose to acknowledge that I'm safe right here and now. Even though all the stress that this movie brings into my mind and body is still stuck there, I choose to release this movie and these stuck feelings from my body and my mind. This remaining intensity, all this remaining intensity in the movie, all the smells, sounds, what I witnessed through my eyes is still going through my mind. Thinking about the movie triggers some fear and anger in me. All this remaining intensity, thinking about the movie scene. Releasing this remaining intensity and stress around this movie scene. Releasing all the triggers around the movie and choosing to relax right here and now. So stop tapping, take a breath. So that was just a couple of rounds we did using the movie technique. like I said, when you work with someone, it's a very different experience. But the reason I wanted to share this technique with all of you is because some of you may be very visual, and it may be easy for you to watch a movie scene, or imagine, bring the event in your mind and create a short movie and work on the details and release the intensity without talking about it. Yeah, that's the main goal of this technique. So we don't have to know any of the details. We don't need to talk about what happened. All we need is just to tune into the movie scene, and whenever we hit a crescendo in EFT, we use the word crescendo, or an emotional peak or intensity. We stop right there and tap on that intensity, whatever is bothering the client. It could be the sight, it could be smell, it could be something that you heard, or someone's told you, an exchange in conversation. It could be just one word that keeps triggering you, and all you need to do is just say that word and tune into that word, and just keep tapping and keep tapping, just to release the the stuck energy and the stuck emotion, so that you can feel free and liberated by the end of tapping using this movie technique. All right, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you were able to tune into a movie scene and were able to tap along with the video. All right, thank you. You take good care, and I will see you all again tomorrow with another video. Bye.